Welcome back. You're watching Plain Speak right here on CNN News 18. We're taking you now to our next story. Dramatic developments in Assam today as hiccups continue for the Rahul Gandhi-led Bharat Nyay Yatra for a second day today. Yesterday, you remember that Gandhi was prevented from visiting a shrine in the state, purportedly because thousands of people would gather there to mark the Pran Pratishtha ceremony that was taking place in Ayodhya. Now, today, Rahul has claimed that he was prevented from interacting with students at a university in Meghalaya at the instructions of the Union Home Minister. That's number 2. And incident number 3, later in the day, this is the big headline, a scuffle between Yatris and the police taking place as the Yatra tried to enter Guwahati. Now, Congress's Assam chief and a party leader were both injured in this scuffle. The Congress is saying that the BJP Assam government is abusing power to torpedo the Yatra. The BJP is saying that they were trying to maintain law and order across the entire region. Tonight, we look to understand what actually happened and who here is passing the buck. That's what we're taking a look at tonight. Who is creating this unrest in Assam?
ये जो असम के चीफ मिनिस्टर यात्रा के अगेंस्ट कर रहे हैं, सबसे पहले इससे यात्रा का फायदा हो रहा है.
The kind of visuals that have been tweeted by Dr. Himanta Biswa Sarma, the Honorable Chief Minister of Assam, with regard to Rahul Gandhi ji's yatra and what his supporters are doing, they are unacceptable and they are condemnable.
ಅದನ್ನ ತಡೆ ಓಡ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಕೆಲಸವನ್ನ ಭಾರತೀಯ ಜನತಾ ಪಕ್ಷದ ಕೆಲವು ಪುಂಡ್ರುಗಳು ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ.
Okay, before we go over to the political analysts and spokespeople, we want to get to you the facts, what actually happened on the ground. We have our reporter Preeti Priyadarshini who is joining us right now. Let's go over to her for more context. Preeti, 3 separate incidents that the Congress is talking about. Number 1, they're saying that yesterday we were prevented from going to a shrine. Number 2, they're saying that we were not allowed, Rahul Gandhi was not allowed to speak to students at a university in Meghalaya. And number 3, they're saying today that they were not allowed inside Guwahati. What is the truth here? Where were they not allowed? Where had they already been told they would not be allowed to enter? And when Rahul Gandhi says that the BJP and the Home Ministry is controlling this, what do your sources tell you is the truth in this?
See, when it started, when the yatra started in Assam, yesterday also we saw that in Batadrawa Than, which is a very auspicious place here, which is very much related to the roots of Assamese people, Assamese culture. They wanted to visit, and it's very true that they were not allowed to enter the place by the Satradhikars, by the, we can see the people in the Satra, in the Than, and they were not allowed to enter, for which Gaurav Gogoi, which the local MP, he had to go and offer prayers in Batadrawa Than, but they were not allowed to go to the Than with Rahul Gandhi along with them. That is truth of the part that they have spoken. And then when we come to the USTM, the university where he had to deliver his speech to the students, it has been known that there are no facts about, no proof about someone calling the authorities and asking them not to allow Rahul Gandhi to speak to the students. But yes, today what we saw during the rally was that he was not allowed, and the students had to come to the street, and they were waving highs and trying to talk to the Congress leader Rahul Gandhi. Again, when we talk about today's incident where a lot of action was happening between the police forces, the security personnel and the yatris who were trying to break the barricade into the city, yes, it is again truth that they were not, they were previously also stated that they cannot enter the city for the yatra. However, the congressman also, the Congress workers also had questioned it, stating that previously there were certain rallies which took place in the city, definitely went through the city. JP Nadda was here with a road show, and again we have seen Prime Minister Narendra Modi doing road shows, Himanta Biswa Das. So they were questioning that why can't Congress do that, for which they had to break the barricade. But again, they were previously again and again stated to not take the route through the city, for which there will security personnel at Khanapara, which is the gateway to the city. When we come from Meghalaya through Khanapara, we have to enter the city. So there a lot of security personnel were there, and they were trying to stop the yatris, where we could see that a lot of action happened, where the police had to resort to lathi charge, and the Congress chief of Assam, Bhupen Bora, was injured, and along with that the working president was also injured in this action. However, we could also see that for a long time they tried to enter the route through which it goes through the city to the particular place Hajo, where they did the press conference, where Rahul Gandhi did the press conference. They tried to take the route, but they were stopped, and which is why the action happened. We could see that Rahul Gandhi and Gaurav Gogoi were both of them were giving speeches on the vanity van on which they were doing the yatra. They were addressing the public, and they were also urging the public to help them to enter the city. So that is what, when we talk about the truth and facts of today's incident, even yesterday's incident, yes, in certain places they have been restricted to enter the city, enter places, but there are no proofs that the state authorities have ordered the people to not let them enter. But yes, for today's incident, they were stated that in order to maintain the traffic, the normal traffic, in order to not disrupt the normal city life, and also not to disturb the common public, they were not allowed to take the city route, but they denied it and they tried to take the route.
Preeti, thank you for providing us with the exact picture on the ground. Let's now go over to our panelists for this discussion. Charu Pragya joins us. She's a spokesperson of the BJP. Bhavya Narasimhamurthy is a spokesperson for the Congress, and R. Rajagopalan stays on with us, senior journalist. Charu Pragya was also with us earlier. Let's go over to each of them to understand more. First, I'm going to go over to Bhavya Narasimhamurthy from the Congress. Ma'am, I want to come to you to understand the Congress's version of what took place today. We'll focus on two of the three. So we'll focus on him not being allowed to enter into the shrine yesterday, and him not being allowed to enter into Guwahati, because the third claim which he's made, which is that he was not being allowed to speak to students because the Home Ministry stopped him. We don't have any official proof for that. So ma'am, if we focus on the first two stories, I just want to ask you, can you tell us formally what happened yesterday at the shrine? Because there are officials that are saying that, look, people from the shrine, officials from the shrine had already reached out to the Congress and told them that they should not try to travel at that moment because it would be full of people. So what is the Congress's formal version of exactly what happened yesterday and today?
So, before that, I would like to give a little bit of context to this. As we all know, Bharat Jodo Yatra 1 from Kanyakumari to Kashmir, it had lakhs of people showed us love, millions, supported us. It was a huge success. We all know that. And we started from Manipur, our second Yatra, asking for Nyay. And over the period of past many days, since the Yatra has started, Assam has been one of the states where, we have been stopped at multiple points. And not just that, they have actually sent BJP Karyakartas. They come, they flag off, they show their flags, and they are creating a ruckus in a yatra. That just shows the Assam's chief minister, either he has no control over his government himself, or he is organizing all of this. Why will someone not be allowed inside a temple? From Kanyakumari to Kashmir, every time they entered any city, most of the places, Rahul Gandhi has visited religious places, whether it is a mosque or church or temple, all of these. But yesterday, exactly the day when Ram Pratishtapana was happening, why were we stopped? So they are going to tell us like when to go and enter the temple, when not to enter a temple now? It's a peaceful yatra that's happening. We haven't seen any disturbance when the yatra happened from Kanyakumari to Kashmir. Why are there so many people? I think the whole country has seen that Himanta Biswa is a corrupt chief minister, I think he's even proving to be a coward.
Okay, ma'am,
He
just stay with
took
us 1 second. So
by
you're
the
saying a lot of the
support-
statements we also heard from Rahul Gandhi. So I do want to go over then to the BJP, Charu Pragya, to understand the BJP's response to this. Ma'am, I know you already have some points to make. I do want to ask you though, two key points. Number one, when it comes to visiting the shrine yesterday, this question, we had reporters on the ground who told us that yes, thousands of people did visit, but there were not enough people to prevent a leader like Rahul Gandhi visiting. That seems to be a little severe. Ma'am, what does the BJP have to say about that? And today, the fact that he was not allowed to enter Guwahati at all because of, again, quote unquote, a law and order situation. Can you prevent a key leader like Rahul Gandhi from entering into such an important city?
Thank you very much, Toya. And first, I want to respond to what the Congress spokesperson has said. By her own admittance, she has said that there was absolutely no disturbance that was created when the yatra went from Kashmir to Kanyakumari, right? So you have travelled the length of India and you encountered no trouble. So it's not the BJP which is trying to make any kind of trouble for you. You are most welcome to go wherever you want as your leader discovers a little bit more of India. The important thing here is, and as the Chief Minister of Assam has also tweeted, and he's tweeted with visuals, he's tweeted with videos, that there was a violation of the agreed terms and the guidelines for the yatra. There was a violation of the route that was agreed upon. And we saw how Congress workers literally broke down the barricading with Rahul Gandhi himself goading them on. I heard his speech. It is there on video for everyone to see. And that is what the police is using for their investigation. So you cannot run away from the fact that your workers did incite violence. You were talking about Congress people getting injured. A policeman was also injured. So please, let's take this seriously. Most importantly, you were talking about people with BJP flags trying to disrupt the yatra. Let me tell you, the same Chief Minister of Assam actually ordered an FIR to be filed against the person who tried to disrupt the yatra. Now, this is being a balanced leader. This is being a fantastic, able administrator. Now, let's come back to the yatra. Rahul Gandhi started asking for Nyay in 2019 as well. The people of India gave him Nyay. He saw the election results. He's doing the same thing. In 2024, he's asking for Nyay again. Let me assure you, the people of India will give you complete Nyay again, because we have seen how two-faced Congress has been about everything. As for the shrine and the mandir, now it is the prerogative of the mandir to decide certain things depending on their current situation on ground. But if you remember the visuals of Rahul Gandhi outside the mandir, while bhajan and kirtan was going on around him, everybody was clapping, dancing, singing. He sat there mute. He did not participate. So are you going to the mandir only to make a political statement, or are you going because you have some asta? That distinction you need to make, and you cannot misuse the something like asta to just gain some political brownie points. Why didn't you choose any other day? And Himanta Biswa
Ma'am, can I just ask you one follow-up question
here? The CM said very
I
clearly
do
you
want
could
to
have
ask you one
chosen a
follow-up
better
question.
day.
We were talking about the visit to Guwahati that took place today, or that was supposed to take place today. Again, what our sources on the ground tell us is that the Congress was not approved. No route inside Guwahati was approved. The only route that was approved was on a highway. So to prevent a party and to prevent an entire group, it's not just the party, it's the followers that are coming around with them, none of them being allowed inside Guwahati. Ma'am, you don't think that's a bit extreme?
No, absolutely not. See, tell me, what have you done when you entered Guwahati? You are giving a speech which is asking people to ride over the barricades, injure the policemen. You are saying it. So the police is fair to decide, and you can carry on this yatra across the length and the breadth of the country. So please don't blame the government of one single place that you were not allowed to do what you wanted to do. Rahul Gandhi also does not understand basic geography. He quoted the name of a college in Meghalaya, and he is blaming that on the CM of Assam. There is a lot of difference between Meghalaya and Assam. So he needs to take care of basic geography first and make sure the crowd does not become unruly because of his supporters.
Okay, let's go over to Bhavya Narasimha Murthy for a response. Ma'am, we weren't able to hear you earlier when you were speaking. Do go ahead.
So, the BJP spokesperson was saying that Congress is creating a ruckus. Why would Congress workers hold BJP flags and go inside a Congress rally? isn't this your chief minister who is a coward sent these goons to create
No,
a
you
ruckus
didn't
in
hear
the
my
peaceful
response.
protest?
No, you didn't
No,
hear my response. And don't make personal attacks against our chief minister. I will not allow it. Toya, I will not allow this because without any facts, she is making personal remarks against the chief minister. I will completely not allow it. What kind of language is she using? I can speak in the same way about Rahul Gandhi and every other Congress leader, but am I doing that? No, don't resort to personal attacks on our chief minister. And I will remind you that it was this chief minister who ordered an FIR against the people who were disrupting the yatra. You should be thanking him, not abusing him.
Okay.
Your leader goes on to the children of the chief minister. That is how much disgrace you get onto yourself.
Miss Narasimha Murthy,
No,
Miss
you need
Pragya,
to apologize
one
for
second,
personal
I'm not
attacks.
actually
Stick
able
to
to hear
facts.
either of you.
Stick to facts.
Let me go to one sec. Bhavya Narasimha Murthy.
Toya, she cannot make personal attacks against the chief minister repeatedly. You have something of logic to say that. Don't keep attacking the chief minister at a personal level. I'm sure you can do better. Did your party teach you to do better? So move beyond personal attacks. Don't call him names. Talk on facts because I'm telling you facts.
I want to ask a question to Bhavya Narasimha Murthy now. Charu Pragya, just give me a second. Bhavya Narasimha Murthy, I need to ask you here, and this is a question that frankly we in the media have wondered over the last few weeks. And this is a question we have of the Congress. Ma'am, the accusations that have been made by a key leader in Assam, a female leader in Assam, that B.V. Srinivas, a Congress youth leader, had, according to her, sexually harassed her. Ma'am, she's again and again asked that the Congress leader Rahul Gandhi address that. I'm bringing it up right now, ma'am, because we're talking right now of the BJP government and how they've handled this yatra. But this is a young Congress leader, a female leader, asking, and I know it's easy for the Congress to say, let the police take its path, but it wouldn't harm or hurt Rahul Gandhi to make a statement about it, would it, ma'am?
You know, we have our own inquiry happening and the police have taken up the issue. So, do you mean to say Congress party is the only party where they stand for women's rights? And now this issue also, we are letting the police take its course. Unlike BJP, who is only
Priyanka
protecting
Chaturvedi
races
left because
and
of that. Ankita is making
people who
complaints
harass
because of
women.
that.
We
Your
all know
leaders
about
have been
this. We all
raped.
know that the BJP is being
Your
accused
social media heads
by
have been
other
driven
women
out of
that they don't
jobs.
give a damn about it. And how can you question
Did
that
Rahul
when
Gandhi make
we
a
have let the
statement?
police-
For everything you want Modi ji to make
The
a
whole
statement in
police-
this country, did Rahul Gandhi
Okay.
make a statement about
Miss
this?
Pragya, I'll ask you
The
to...
way you're questioning Rahul Gandhi as
Right.
if he is the Prime Minister. I am questioning the Prime Minister as a citizen as a woman of this country. where
You
the
of
whole
course question the
restlessness
Prime Minister. That's why I'm asking, did Rahul Gandhi make a statement about this?
Have a word about
Was
it.
a dressing
Why
down
is the
given,
Prime
at
Minister
least a
about it?
dressing down given to your youth leader? At least that, if not suspension. What action have you taken?
He's supposed to make statements on
Yeah, we're talking about a Congress leader right now. We are talking about a Congress leader right now. You want Modi ji to make a statement about a Congress karyakarta sexually abusing another Congress
Let me go now
karyakarta. Is
to our
that what
senior
you want the
journalist
Prime
R.
Minister to do?
Rajagopalan. I'd like to thank both Charu Pragya and Bhavya Narasimha Murthy, but I'll ask them to stay with us. Let's go over to R. Rajagopalan right now. So you've stayed with us through this back and forth that we've watched play out right now. So I want to come to you to ask you. You've seen the Congress get stopped at 3 different points now in the last 2 days. Now, we've heard what the Congress has to say. They're saying that this is being remote controlled by the Home Ministry. There's no proof of it at all that has been put forward. But at the same time, one could ask, what kind of proof could you even expect in a situation like this? Sir, how do you see all of the developments in the last 2 days?
It's politics. Nyay Yatra is not getting publicity or attraction by the media. That is why Rahul Gandhi is doing this. Apart from that, my understanding is if Meghalaya, the Home Minister has instructed not to allow it, tomorrow the Yatra is going to enter West Bengal. What is going to be the strategy of Mr. Rahul Gandhi? Is he going to attack Mamata Banerjee? Today she said, we will not go with left political parties. So there is a problem between Congress and Mamata Banerjee. Suppose if she unleashes this type of word or even some sort of violence taking place like Assam, what would be the situation of India alliance? So therefore, Rahul Gandhi's yatra is ill-timed. Now we have got another 40 days to go for polls, national polls. And he, instead of talking about the seat sharing, instead of talking about who is going to head the India alliance, and instead of talking about the common minimum program of the Congress or for the India alliance, why should Rahul Gandhi take this type of yatra? Is just to create a diversion from Ayodhya Mandir? or to create some sort of inconveniences to the ruling parties there? Mamata Banerjee is going to give a befitting reply if Mr. Rahul Gandhi does the same drama as he did it in Meghalaya and Assam. Mamata Banerjee will take care. And second thing, the Congress spokesperson has repeatedly said Himanta Biswa Sarma is a coward. She should withdraw that word. She cannot use it. Suppose if BJP uses a word against Rahul Gandhi, will she tolerate that? So Congress spokesperson should come prepared for discussion, not abusing others.
You name Gandhi.
Thank
Okay,
you.
we'll go over to Bhavya
I said
Narsimha
that.
for a
Even I
response.
said personal attacks के अलावा कुछ
We have
बोल दें.
kind of names against our leaders. They didn't even consider Sonia Gandhi as a woman, and even the chief prime minister called her a Jersey cow, sir.
Bhavya,
She
Bhavya,
didn't
if I
even
could
talk
ask
about
you,
Yatra.
all right, Bhavya, if I could
What
ask
are you
you
trying
to
to do,
respond
Bhavya?
specifically
Instead
to
of
a question we'd
apologizing.
asked you earlier.
Yatra. Why do you say
He's
coward?
a coward. He's sending
Why do you
BJP
say
See,
You
leaders.
are
beyond
very
rhetoric,
unfair.
she has nothing to
Will
add here, Toya.
Mallikarjun Kharge allow this? Will Mallikarjun Kharge
Learn
allow
to
this?
speak well of people. Learn to speak well of
All right.
people.
I don't think we're making any progress on this. Let's go back to our Rajagopalan for a second. Sir, you posited a rather interesting theory right now when you said this big question of why this yatra is even being taken out right now, when in fact perhaps the party unit should be coordinating with other parties across the entire country in the run-up to the Lok Sabha elections. Why do you think they've decided to take it out at this time? How do you see it?
My understanding is Rahul Gandhi does not gel with the Congress leaders. There is a tiff between Mallikarjun Kharge and Rahul Gandhi. There is differences of opinion between Congress leaders and Rahul Gandhi. There is a problem within three Gandhis, mother, daughters, brother. That is why Mr. Rahul Gandhi, off tangent, he takes a yatra. First it was Nyay Yatra, now it is, violence yatra. So therefore, Mr. Rahul Gandhi does not get attraction in the media. He wants to do this type of, political dramas to harp against, to borrow the words of Mr. Hardeep Singh Puri to CNN News 18. Mr. Rahul Gandhi is an entertainer.
Okay, let me go back to Bhavya Narsimha Murthy, who's with us. Ma'am, I just want to come to you now for your response on all of this. I also want to point out, ma'am, this is actually a statement that you've had multiple political observers also make, this line of thinking, this questioning of why Gandhi decided to take out the yatra in the first place in these last few months, and this question of whether or not it was actually diverting the Congress party's resources away in key states from focusing on campaigning. Ma'am, do respond.
No. We have very clearly stated the reason for our Bharat Jodo Yatra, whether it was the first yatra or the second yatra. We have mostly concentrated on the problems and all the injustice that the Modi government has been forcing upon the people of India, whether it is unemployment, whether it is violence against women, whether it is, the anti-farm law bills. We are speaking against all of this. We want to bring awareness, and most importantly, all this hatred that's been spreading across India in the name of religion.
Sure, ma'am, but the timing is what's being
Think about
questioned here.
Ask for justice. That is the main reason for our Nyay Yatra. We are very clear on this, and this is not about election. This is about the people of India. This is about protecting the idea of India, somewhere which is getting lost in the Modi rule. That's very clear from our side. One, and senior sir was
What are you saying?
about
If it's not about elections, why be a part of a political party?
Okay. Bhavya, let me just
Toya,
go over
can I
very
come in,
quickly.
please?
1 second. Charu Pragya, I'm coming to you for your last comment. Do give a response, but also tell me, ma'am, in the next few days, will the yatra see a smooth route out of Assam? Tell me.
So Congress actually lives in La La Land, because if they think that this yatra is nothing to do with elections, I don't know what they are doing. When they should be discussing the seat share, as sir very rightly said, they are taking out a yatra. If they are discussing issues, we've not heard that discussion, because all I can hear is confusion between Meghalaya and Assam and personal attacks on the Assam chief minister. Beyond that, nothing important has come out. The most important thing here is nobody is disrupting the yatra, please. Now this is a narrative they try to float. She is talking about safety of women. She has nothing to say, absolutely nothing to say about the Youth Congress chief sexually abusing a young girl in the Congress itself, a young party worker in the Congress itself.
We did
Every
ask
time
her
this
about that.
happens, and you
Ma'am,
turn
we've
a
run out of
blind eye.
time. I'd like to thank all of our panelists for joining us this evening. All right, with that, we're going to have to draw our show to a close. Thank you for staying with us over this last hour on CNN News 18.